Hey guys, how's it going? Daniel here, and welcome to the first video of 2020 on the channel here. So, you know what that means now that it is 2020. It's time to share with you guys what's on my iPhone 11 for this year. So, a few things did change on my iPhone 11 setup now. I've been playing around with other apps, and just playing around with other setups, of course, on the iPhone 11 to make myself a little bit more productive on the iPhone. So let's get started. So of course, in the first row that you see right there, nothing really has changed on it. I still use the Messages app, of course, the App Store, the Settings app, the Clock app is there as well. So those are the pretty much the only default Apple apps that I have on the home screen right now. And so yeah, that's the only ones that I really use every single day, of course, on the iPhone 11 here. Next, we have YouTube Studio. So, of course, you know what that app already does. If you make YouTube videos, it's a must-have app. Next, we have Lightroom, of course. So, Lightroom is one of my go-to apps to edit photos. So, whenever I need to edit a photo on the go, depending on my main camera, if I take a picture on my main camera and I'm not near a computer, I just connect the SD card with the adapter onto the iPhone and just open Lightroom and start editing away on it, of course. And so yeah, it's just my go-to app for editing apps. I mean, for editing photos on the go whenever I need to edit some photos. Next, we have Filmic Pro. So Filmic Pro, already you guys know that this app is a video app to help you step up your video game on the iPhone 11. But what's awesome about this app is it has a lot more settings than the default camera app on your iPhone. So Filmic Pro, of course, you can change the settings in it. You can play around with so much stuff on the camera on the iPhone 11, and which is great if you like making videos on your iPhone 11. It's a must-have app for this year. Next, we have Darkroom. So Darkroom, of course, is my go-to app to edit photos for Instagram. So whenever I need to edit a photo for Instagram, I always use pretty much Darkroom. It's my go-to app. There's other great, fantastic photo apps out there like Visco, Snapseed as well. But I really have fallen in love with Darkroom, and that's why it's always in my home screen, and it's probably going to be on my home screen this year in 2020. Next, we have the Nest app. So of course, you know, I control my heating through there, my and my air conditioning as well in the summer. But of course, right now, because it's winter here and it's a little cold, I of course have it in heat. And so yeah, it's my go-to app. And it's just so much more easy to control the heat. I don't have to, you know, go downstairs and play with a thermostat. I could just do it from my phone or just tell Google to do it for me, and then there you go. I can change the temperature with just my voice, which is just fantastic. Excuse me. Next, we have Apollo. So Apollo, of course, is, if you guys don't know, is an awesome third-party Reddit client for the iPhone. So if you're a Reddit user and you use Reddit a lot, I probably recommend this app that you go check out, because it's really awesome and it's just super easy to use. And I'm not a big Reddit user, so I don't know a lot of the terminology in here in Reddit. But whenever I open Apollo here, I always go to the Apple subreddit and to the iPhone subreddit to see any cool, interesting Apple news that maybe I had missed, or check out some new, cool, interesting apps that people upload their links to it. And so I check them out, and it's just an awesome app to go check out some cool, interesting uh, Apple news on Reddit here, well, on Apollo. So yeah, it's just an awesome app that I really like to use a lot to check out the latest Apple stuff and iPhone stuff on Apollo. Next, we have Google News. So Google News, of course, you guys already know, I'm a big news buff, and that's probably not going to change in 2020. I like reading a lot of news, so I like seeing what's happening around the world. And so yeah, I always stop by the technology section, of course, you know, check out what's going on technology, but also, of course, checking out what's going on around the world, and what's happening around the world. So yeah, it's an awesome app, and I just like the algorithm that it uses because it knows by what you like and all that stuff, and so it tries to show you some news related stuff that you're into, of course. Next, we have, of course, the Google app. The default Google app is just there for whenever I need to search for something or I just need to check out other stuff that's within my Google account there as well. Next, we have Spectre. So, of course, Spectre is an awesome app. If you guys haven't checked it out, I highly recommend you guys go check that out. It's a fantastic app that was released this year, and it's an app that helps you create some cool light streaks or like stops time pretty much or time lapse style. So it's really cool, and I highly recommend it because it's awesome and it works, and you'll have fun if you enjoy taking photography. Spectre will help you find maybe something new in photography. Next, we have Rewound. So this app, you cannot find it in the App Store, I'm pretty sure right now, because Apple did take it down, I'm pretty sure now. But because I downloaded it before Apple took it down, so it's still on the iPhone. If I delete it, then it's gone, of course. But so pretty much is Rewound allows you to create that iPod Classic nostalgic. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I can't pronounce some words right. But yeah, it's just an awesome map. So you could be, it works just like, the iPod Classic. You just swipe and there you go. You just keep going like that, and it's really, really awesome. And it's just fun because it brings back a lot of memories of when I remember my cousin used to have an iPod Classic and I used to play around with it. And so yeah, it's just really awesome to have that feeling back of the iPod Classic on your phone. Next, we have Things. So Things is an awesome app. Of course, I use it, of course, to just remind myself of what I want to do. Lists. I use it, of course, for a lot of list stuff. And it's just my go-to app to write everything that I need to know and be reminded about in this app Things. And it's a really beautiful app, and it's really easy to use as well. So yeah, it's just an awesome app that I highly recommend that you guys go check out if you guys want to step up your productivity game in the year 2020. Next, we have Flipboard. So Flipboard, of course, you guys already know this app. This app has been around for a very long time. This app, of course, I use it, like I said, news. So depending on what I'm into right now. So right now, of course, I'm in the apps section. So of course, it will show me the latest news and the apps as well. So yeah, and whenever I find something interesting, of course, I'll just click it and then it'll open up the page right there, and I can start reading some cool stuff some cool news stuff that I'm into. Next, we have Snowflake. So Snowflake is a new weather app that was released late this year. So it's an awesome new weather app that I've been using a lot more lately right now. And for some reason, it's not loading too fast right now. But if it does load up, it is a fantastic app. So there we go. Okay, so it's very easy to use this app. Of course, you have your timeline here. They get to see how it's going to be the weather in the future. And of course, down here, you have the description of how the weather's going to be throughout that day. So of course, tonight it'll be snowing, which has been snowing the whole day. And of course, if you tap on it, you get much more detailed information as well, which is just really, really great. And it's easy to read, easy to use as well. The app is free, of course, but there is an in-app purchase or in-app subscription to unlock a lot of the pro features in the app. Next, of course, we have Macash. So this app, if you're into Apple stuff, Apple news, anything Apple stuff, you follow a lot of Apple blogs only, so like 9 to 5 Mac stories, and other Apple blogs, then this app is for you, because this app will keep you up to date with the latest posts from those blogs that write only about Apple. So yeah, it's just a fantastic app that I use a lot. Every single day I check it in the morning before I leave for work. I open it up at the end of the day. When I come back from work, I open it up and just check the latest Apple news stuff in case I miss something and just want to read something about it. So yeah, fantastic app. Next, we have Nighthawk. So Nighthawk is an interesting app that was released late this year as well. So Nighthawk is an app that's supposed to be a companion to the Twitter app. So it's not trying to take over the Twitter app. It's not trying to become a Twitter client. So this app, what it does is mostly smart feeds is the new feature that is a feature that they have. They have filters. So if you go into your filters, of course, you can add available filters. So let's say you're really not you're done listening about Donald Trump, about U.S. politics and all that stuff. You can actually just go on add, and there you go. It's an active filter. Or let's say you haven't checked out the latest movie of the Skywalker saga, The Rise of Skywalker. If you guys haven't checked it out, highly recommend you guys go check it out. It's a really good movie. And yeah, so if you haven't checked it out, of course, you could just tap on it, and then there you go. And then it will not show you nothing about Star Wars. It will not show you anything about U.S. politics. So you could just enjoy the Twitter timeline without no worries of being spoiled about Star Wars if you haven't checked it out, the movie. And if you don't want to listen or read about U.S. politics, it will not show you anything about U.S. politics related. So yeah, it's a great app that I recommend, of course. And you can also tweet, of course, on the app as well. So yeah, it's an awesome app that if you just want to if you want to add filters to your timeline, then this app is for you. So yeah, it's a fantastic app that I highly recommend you guys go check out if you guys are big Twitter users and you just want to break up some certain topics on Twitter. Next, we have AP News, of course. AP News is my go-to news app, pretty much. So for breaking news alerts and all that stuff, I receive it on the iPhone here, the notifications. They're very good at keeping up to date with breaking news stuff. And so, yeah, it's a fantastic app. The AP News always keeps updating the app as well, so it supports a lot of the new features, and they're also keeping the app up to date, which is just great, of course. Next, of course, we have TikTok there. I'm not gonna open it up. TikTok, this app has been blowing up like crazy. I haven't really used it that much in 2019. I just mostly downloaded the app 2 days ago to play around with it, to check out what's cool and new in TikTok. I find some interesting stuff in it, and maybe you'll see maybe some TikToks from me in the future, if I understand how to use it or not. So yeah. Next, we have Fitman Cook. So Fitman Cook, one of my big things, of course, in 2020 is to eat a little bit much more healthier with my, of course, since I do have IBS, I'm super limited on what I can eat, because some foods do trigger the IBS, and I'll be down for like the whole day. I'll just feel bad. And so, yeah, this app just helps to find some cool, new, interesting recipes to eat and to make and try new stuff. So, I'm trying to eat a little bit much more healthier, of course, even though I kind of do already, since I eat a lot of vegetables and all that stuff for the IBS and all that stuff. But yeah, it's just trying new stuff so that I don't get bored of just the stuff that I eat every single day. So yeah, it's a fantastic app that I highly recommend if you guys want to try to, get a little healthier and just eat a little bit healthier as well. Next, we have Mood Path. So Mood Path is an app I've been playing around with the last month of this year. It's supposed to help you with your mental health and just with your stress. I'm still not done the whole thing of the application. You have like 15 days that they ask you every single day questions, and then they'll show you, excuse me, in much more detail, what what you could do to help yourself and all that stuff. So I'm not gonna open the app right now, and also because it has personal questions, so I'm not gonna open it up. But in the future, I will talk about some apps I've been playing around with to help with your mental health as well. Next, we have Fitbod. So Fitbod, I actually downloaded this app just today after listening to a podcast called, what's the podcast called again? Of course, it's called Cortex. So Cortex is a great, fantastic podcast I like to listen to a lot. So Fitbod, of course, is supposed to help you with doing some exercise. So depending on your skill level, so from beginners to pro, of course. So one of my big things, of course, is, like I said, to get a little bit healthier, get a little bit much more muscle in my body, to help improve. And doing exercise for me is a lot good because it helps, of course, with your mental health, but also because of the IBS that I have. The doctor does say to do a little bit more exercise to try to relieve all that stress out. And so, yeah, I've been doing that a lot. And so Fitbod's a new app I play around with, and I'm gonna see if I'll start doing some exercise or not, because I always say I'm gonna do some of this stuff, but I never do at the end of the day. Next, we have the podcast app in the dock there. Castro, of course, hasn't changed. The Twitter app there's still there. And then, of course, the Instagram app and Highlight, as well as my go-to camera app, since I'm not a big fan of the default camera app on the iPhone. Next, on the second page, of course, we have, of course, the Watch app there. Utilities, which is just the Apple apps right there. Apple folder, which is just all Apple apps there that I don't use too much. The Google folder there, of course, we have all the Google apps that I use on a daily basis. So Google Photos, of course, to upload all my photos that I take on the iPhone. Google Home, Google Maps, the YouTube app whenever I'm on my phone and I open the YouTube app if I'm really bored. Google Assistant, Chrome, and Google Fit as well. Next, of course, in the folder of the utilities, we have the Transit app, of course. I take public transportation from time to time. So, seeing what time the bus is coming or train, now that we have a train here now is coming, it's very important, of course. Dark Noise is an app to help you with white noise, with some just noise to help you relax or focus a little bit more depending on what you're looking for. And it's a fantastic app and super simple to use as well. And there's a ton of noises that you can choose from that you might find interesting right there. We have Spotify, of course, the Amazon app. Whenever I need to buy something on Amazon, I usually do it on my iPhone, or if not, on the Mac right there. Lookmark, of course, is the app I use whenever I need to save an app that I find interesting in the App Store, and maybe I don't have Wi-Fi to download the app right there, so I'll use Lookmark to book it and save it for later. So whenever I get to my house, when there's Wi-Fi there, I download the app. Of course, the RBC app, my mobile, my banking app, the Philips Hue, you already know about that. Carrot Weather, of course, is my favorite weather app for the Apple Watch and of course for the iPhone. But recently, like you guys already saw, I've been playing a lot with the other app, Snowflake right there. Of course, and next, of course, in the social network there, we have Messenger, we have the WhatsApp app, we have Tinder, which I don't know why I have that, since, I don't really open it that much, and I don't get any Tinder swipes or anything like that. Snapchat, of course, I still use that app daily just to see what's new, if anybody has uploaded. I personally don't upload any stuff on pretty much on Snapchat no more. It's pretty much only Instagram stories there. Of course, in my photo and video folder, I have Visco, so whenever I feel like using Visco, I have it right there. Camera Plus 2, Pro Camera, of course, Lumi, which is a fantastic app if you guys haven't checked it out. If you guys take a lot of photos in the sunset or sunrise time, this app will tell you the times the sun is to set or the time the sun is going to rise. And right now it does not want to open properly, so we don't have time to wait for that. Next, of course, we have Pro Camera, the Moment app there, which is a fantastic camera app as well. If you guys haven't checked it out, I highly recommend you guys go check out the Moment app. Scroll, I think it's called, and Duet Cam. So if you have the iPhone 11 or the 11 Pro or the 10s, and I think the iPhone 10 as well, you're able to, of course, use the front-facing and the back camera at the same time and record and take pictures as well, which is perfect for vlogs. If you're into making some YouTube vlogs, then I highly recommend you guys go download Duet Cam as well. And of course we have Luma Fusion there. So I haven't edited any videos on the iPhone. I have edited videos on the iPad if you guys haven't checked it out earlier this year. We have Neon Cam there, which is a cool filter app I like playing around with. Hyperlapse, I haven't really played that too much with that app recently. Neograph, another cool filter app as well, and First Light, which is a camera app from the same developers who created Filmic Pro as well. In my healthcare and fitness folder, we have, of course, the Heart Watch, the activity app, and pedometer to check my steps right there. Sports, of course, sports folder, sports, that's the score. So whenever the Raptors win a game or something with the Raptors, I always check it out, of course, what's happening with that team. Breaking news whenever a player's hurt is my go-to apps right there to keep up with the Raptors. In my other utilities folders, we have, of course, Just Press Record, Over, Analytics, Squarespace app whenever I need to edit stuff from my website. Discord I haven't really used too much. UAV forecast, drone buddy. Of course, I'll be showing a little bit drone stuff in the channel here in the future. The Best Buy app, whenever I need to reserve something in store, I use this app right here, or buy stuff online. Of course, the Xbox app, I've been getting recently into gaming, and that's not going to stop here in 2020. So yeah, the Xbox app is of course a must have. And Unsplash, of course, for some cool dope wallpaper. So this wallpaper of the Tesla here is actually from Unsplash. So yeah, it's a fantastic app that I highly recommend you guys go check out if you guys are into having some cool wallpapers for your iPhone setup. Next, we have the news section, of course. We have Reader and RSS feed reader, and then Business Insider. Since I am a big fan of reading that site a lot, I read it every single day. So having on the iPhone on the go, whenever I'm waiting for something, I just open it up and start reading Business Insider. The Cineplex app, of course, I book tickets online a lot. So when I go to the movies, I just open the app and my tickets show up right there already. Just need to open the app and scan. That's it. Music Harbor, of course, is a cool app to keep up with some cool, interesting artists. So you'll be able to see, of course, depending on the artist that you have on your Apple Music, that's the stuff you'll hear about. So like Cardi B, I have music about her. So it will show, of course, music of her albums, her singles right there, but also new stuff. So you'll also hear, of course, like Ariana Grande. You'll see the latest news of Ariana Grande right there as well. Next, of course, in my travel, we have Air Canada and Invaka right there. Whenever I feel like traveling, there you go. I have the apps already for it. Toggle is an interesting app. Toggle actually allows you to track time. So I've been playing around. I'm gonna be playing around with my time to see how much time I spend on certain stuff. And so yeah, I have Toggle right there. And then top 9, I have the app right now since it's the end of 2019. I just uploaded, of course, the top 9 posts of Instagram that were most liked. And then there's Posable. This app is actually David Dobrik's latest app right now. They can download for free. And so yeah, it's a pretty simple app. If you haven't been following him, he uses a disposable camera, takes pictures, and uploads them to Instagram after. And so he just released this app where you can pretty much be David Dobrik and take pictures, and you won't be able to see the pictures until the next day at like 9 a.m. or something, whenever you set up your notification to receive the notification that the photos are ready to be seen. So yeah, that's pretty much it on my main home screen on the iPhone. Of course, I have a widget area, of course, Snowflake right there. I have my shortcut area with, because I use shortcuts a lot this year. I've been using a lot more shortcuts to do a lot of more stuff, and they have been helping me. I've been saving a lot more time. Of course, we have screen time right there to see how much hours I've been on the iPhone 11. Lumia, of course, like I said, to show you what time the sun rises, what time the sun sets, the golden hours and blue hour, of course. Battery area, of course. So right now I haven't charged my Apple Watch, or the AirPods are not connected right now, so it's just the iPhone right now. Reminders, of course. Deliveries, of course. I get a lot of packages, so having deliveries right there to see what's next, it's really cool. PCAL, I do a lot of math before I buy stuff, of course, so I always have PCAL right there to see the latest, to do my math right there. And of course, pedometer, Chrome suggestions, of course, and Apple TV. If you guys haven't checked out The Morning Show, I highly recommend you guys go check out The Morning Show. It's actually really, really good. And so yeah, that's pretty much it on my widget area. And that's pretty much it on what's on my iPhone 11 for this year in 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, I highly recommend you guys do. And thank you for watching the first video of this year on the channel for 2020. And I will see you guys later. Peace.